I'm back, BBs, okay? Sorry, I have been so MIA. I know I haven't posted in a while, so quick little update before we get into the readings. If you follow me on TikTok, then of course you already know these things have been going down, but your girl left the country, okay? I left America. I just had enough. So I've been out and about, just enjoying my life, traveling, and I spent about a month just having literally the time of my life in Lisbon, okay? And I really fell off while I was over there. And then I'm not gonna lie, just now I've been getting settled in, but I haven't forgotten about you. I'm not going anywhere, and I still love you guys. I'm still gonna be here. I'm gonna be rocking for you, and this is my commitment to you, okay? I'm fully committed, and I'm gonna be here, okay? But now that we have gotten that out of the way, yeah, let's dig into the reading. So maybe that's significant for some of you today as well. Like you're getting committed to things. You are recommitting to your goals, recommitting to different things in your life. But you are fully showing up at this time, okay? You are present. You are just showing the fuck up, which honestly, let's be real, in this life, can you really do much else than that? Much more than literally be present and show up? Hello? Okay, let's see here. The Temperance card. So first things first, I mean, this is divine timing. This is the time of your life to where you are able to do that. I also feel like maybe in the past you weren't able to show up fully as much because you had other commitments, you had other things going on. It was just a little bit more difficult for you at the time to show up in the way that now you're able to fully show up in, okay? Now it's giving that your cup is overflowing. So naturally, you're going to be able to invest more. You're going to be able to do more when your cup is overflowing. And this is all because of some changes that you made. For some of you, there were some things in your life actually that did kind of fall apart. Maybe some things that were a little bit out of your control, but with that Tower energy, it's truly this was divine timing. This was meant to happen this way. It was meant to fall apart in order for you to be able to replace it with things that were more authentic to you. And I feel as if that's exactly what you did. You allowed things to fall apart. You allowed things to fall to the wayside. There wasn't any kind of fighting energy. It feels very natural. It feels very relaxed. It feels, again, like you literally were just allowing things to flow in your life. Instead of fighting back, you're okay, this is a sign from this person, place, or thing that this is not for me. And instead of fighting against it, instead of trying to push and go, no, this is it, 333 on the timer as I say it, you're okay, you know what? This is just an opportunity for change. This is an opportunity for me to experience something different, something new. And if you haven't already, I feel as if you're stepping into this era of being a lot more emotionally fulfilled as well because of this. It's kind of when things started to fall apart, you started to ask yourself some of the hard questions okay, well, what does feel good to me? What does feel authentic? What will make me feel emotionally fulfilled? What does feel like a good fit? And again, not from a place of ego. We don't like to operate in our ego over here, but what genuinely will fill your soul? What do you personally prioritize? And you're allowing so much room for that. Also, tell me why I've had this deck for literal years, going on 4 or 5 years now, but I've never noticed this flower right here. Let me know what kind of flower you guys think that is. I don't know, it's a little bit of giving lotus vibes, but not quite. Anyways, that's significant for some reason. Also how it's kind of peeking out from behind the Ace of Cups. There's definitely some unexpected like gifts, so to speak, or experiences, and maybe even like relationships, friendships, things that you didn't expect to experience along this path as well for you. Things that you couldn't have predicted prior to entering this path, especially with the moon being here. Especially with that moon being here. But all of it being, you know, things that are good for you, but good for like your heart, your soul, your spirit. You know what I mean? It's giving much more relaxed as well. Like the whatever fell apart in your life at that tower moment, it really just made more space for you to be more relaxed, for your life in general to be more relaxed. I'm also hearing like maybe you have a slower lifestyle in general now. As you guys know, I just rebuke hustle culture. I'm not about that life. I do not like that life. I do not want to manifest any hustle over here, okay? To me, hustle culture is just giving like unregulated nervous system to the max. Not saying that you shouldn't take action. We need to take action upon our dreams, right? Like, obviously, we need to take action upon the things that we desire to have in our life. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. But I don't believe in pushing for it, you know? You're also finding a lot more balance. I feel like your life and your internal home as well, like your mind is a lot more balanced as well. Also that you've learned to overcome the lows of life as well much quicker. To not allow it to get you down for too long, because you know this is life, like it's going to happen again. The highs and lows will never stop. So it's not really about what happens in your life, it's about how you choose to respond to it, how you react to things, how you get back up again, how quickly you can get back up again. Like our friend Aaliyah says, you know, you can dust it off and try again, okay? 10 of Wands. Maybe there's something that you also would like to try again. 8 of Swords. Something that you would like to try again. Something that you would like to go after, where maybe you were a little bit more in your head before. And it's kind of like this change in your life is fueling you in the way to where you have the energy, the strength, and you feel as if you have the capacity to actually go after it again. That's definitely a big thing here. Also, if there's something that you're worried about, like requiring a lot of effort, and you're worried about whether or not it will be worth your time, whether or not you will receive results from whatever it is that you're working on, I'm hearing like it absolutely will be worth your time. I'm also hearing to have a little bit of an open mind as well, because there's other things that you will gain out of the experience, okay? So like, for example, going to college. Like when I went to college, yes, I got my degree, but I also learned a lot about the world, about different kinds of people. I went to a school with a lot of international students. So anyways, I got to learn a lot about the world, even though my college was in the US. And I gained a lot of experience and knowledge that I wouldn't have expected to receive otherwise, you know? It wasn't like on my bingo card necessarily, but it was part of the experience. And that's really what it's giving with whatever this is, whatever you are a little bit worried about putting the effort into. But it's really worth the fight, okay? It definitely is going to require some effort on your part. Again, you know, the whole rebuking of the hustle culture, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't still require effort. It's giving like you might need to learn some new skills. Obviously, you're going to have to show up for whatever this is. You're going to have to show up day in and day out in order to make this happen. It's like that saying, like the business doesn't work unless you do. Like you have to work, okay? You gotta put in the work. You gotta show up in order for it to happen. But you are. I feel as if you're already doing this as well. Like I don't need to tell you this, the Hierophant. But this reading today, it feels more so like it's about reconfirming what your intuition already knows. Reconfirming what you already know. Let's see. Yeah, it's time to get out of your head, Boo Bear, okay? I feel like maybe for some of you, you're still a bit up in your head, but like at the end of the day, this is absolutely going to work out for you. It's going to work out so much better than you expected. Again, there's other good things to be had along this path as well. So get started, get going. You are not going to regret it, okay? But that is what I have for you. I love, love, love you, and I'll talk to you so soon.